What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Now, I wanted to be real with you for a second and talk about Time Wonderland. A lot of people are asking me, hey, why would you get into something that has a ridiculous APY that really seems like it's not legit, that it's going to change everything, for you and your overall mindset of how you invest, maybe in cryptocurrency. And I have a valid reason to why I invest in everything. And I'll get into that in a little bit if you guys want to stick around for that information. If you're interested in this, if you're interested in Time Wonderland and why a position like this matters to me so much and why I want to continue with it. And if you guys want to see all of my 365 days of holding this position, go over to the MP Shorts channel and you'll get that. No matter what price it is, I'm going to hold on to the position for that long, and we will talk about when I plan to take maybe a little bit of profit, just to be able to secure the bag, and then also what it's going to be in the end, right? So definitely check out that over on the MP Shorts channel, which the link will be down below in the description if you guys want to follow that, or just go to my channel and go to associated channels and you'll find every channel there. But before we get started, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm noticing 60% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you can hit that subscribe button, it helps me out a lot. Also, check out my merch link, man. I'm trying to grow the merchandise sales and everything, and just see how that can go, because I do like the different shirts that I'm making. And even if they don't sell to anybody else, I feel like they're amazing. Like, I really like the design of these, and I'm going to consistently make new ones and see, you know, what good phrases or memes or anything that I can actually put on a shirt. So if you guys are interested in that, check out the Profit Apparel, profitapparel.com. The link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. But let's go ahead and check this out. What we're looking at here is Time Wonderland, right? When we go into the dashboard of Time Wonderland, you're going to get all the different stats, what the price is, what the market cap, the APY, the current index. You'll get all of this different stuff, backing per time, right? And obviously, breaking this all down, you have videos that do break it down. I don't know if I have a video that fully breaks it down, but I do have something to where I talked about time briefly. So if you guys want to check that out, you can always check that out. This is mainly about why I decided to stake into time. So let's look at something of an update. Right now, currently it's day 6, and I did do my update over on my MP Shorts channel. So again, if you want to check it out, go over there. But you can see here that the APY is 70,000%. The current market cap says it's around 2.4 billion, but it's actually lower. So I don't know where this 2.4 billion is coming from, because even the fully diluted market cap is a lot lower. I don't know if this stays the same or what they're doing here, but the market cap is actually a little bit lower. So if we go into staked, right? Now I have 0.286149 memory, which is tied to the value of time, which the value of time is around $4,000. So currently, the value that I actually have here, if we go into calculator, you're going to see that the current value is $1,137, which is up, which is way up from where I actually did invest, right? So people are asking me, as the price was coming down to a level of 3,000, why would you invest into time? Why would you take your money and put it into this position, where it seems like it's just, scamish, where you can grow, whatever, $500 or whatever into $803,000 in 365 days. That's a crazy return, right? Why would you do that? Well, even though I understand that there are so many variables, like the APY possibly changing, I understand that the price of time could definitely change. I understand that the popularity behind it could fall, which is with every crypto. The risk to reward is just way too high, right? Or not way too high, it's way too enticing, right? The risk is very small for the amount of reward that we can get, right? I can risk $500 and turn that $500 into, $800,000. That's the reward. That's the ultimate reward over a year. Now, what's the possibility that I couldn't get to that $800,000? It's probably high, right? That I'm not going to get to $800,000. Now, depends when you invest. It looks like at this point, around 4,000 and getting to those peaks of 10,000, you would find some sort of a gain, whether you waited for 365 days or not. So again, the risk to reward is so high because you have that risk. You're risking $500. That's it. $500. It could be gone or it could be at a value of $500 by 365 days. Now, I'm looking at this and saying, okay, what if the APY is realistic? What if the APY stays the same? However, the price of time is not that popular. Well, the price of time ends up going down to $10, which is very, very low. Over 365 days, I still make $1,000 out of the deal over 365 days. Again, risk to reward. The risk is just insanely high, or sorry, the reward is just insanely high and the risk is insanely low. So it makes no sense for me to come here and just say, I'm not going to test this market out. The same thing with, Jade and all of that. I will test this market out and see what it can be. Because if this ends up getting to a point like, say, 365 days, I'm holding 201 time. What's the likelihood that time is going to be worth $10? Probably very small. Now, we could also say, what's the likelihood that I will hold 201 time? I could come down to where the APY could decrease down to 1,000%. It goes to 1,000%. Now I'm holding 2.5 time. Now, what's the likelihood that we would see time come down to the APY that it is and also see the price come down to $10? It's unlikely that that will happen. Why? Because the circulating supply of time is way too high, which means that or way too low, which means that some people or a lot of people would have to get out of that position. It would have to be the least popular thing of all. Right now, even coming down to a level of, let's say it does come down to a level and we see it come down to a level of $200. It comes down to $200. I still make my money back. You know what I mean? Which is 500. I don't know if you could see that. $500. Let's bring this over here so you guys can see. $500 is the value that you could see here, right? If it comes down to, the value of $200 from $4,000 with an APY that actually decreased down to $1,000, right? I'll only have or sorry, not $1,000, 1,000%. I'll have 2.57 time if that does come down substantially, which I think in the first year, we're going to see a massive amount of movement and we'll see what this ends up being. However, over the time of holding it, whether it comes down, right here, let's look at the current. So say if we get to a point where it's right here, and it starts to decrease. 180 days is where people you see the APY start to decrease, and I'm holding 8.24 time. Well, it's going to do nothing but decrease from there. So I'll hold 8.42, but then after that, I'll start to gain less and less time throughout time. So it makes sense for me to get into here because the risk to reward is just so good. It's so enticing, right? I risk $500, and yes, I have a chance of losing that $500. I have a chance of losing it completely. But what are the chances that I lose it completely? It's not slim to none, but it is very low compared to all of the different ways that you can actually make your money back. If the value of time comes down to $5 and the APY somehow stays the same, you're going to see a level to where you actually gain money on the deal, right? If it comes down to $5, you're looking at $1,000, which is definitely unlikely for it to come down to $5 because of the amount of coins that are actually out there. It's a super low amount of coins, which means that so many people would have to sell the position and not look back. But as we look at this and we see it at a level of $200, right? We can see that this would give me $40,000 at the end of the year, which is definitely a good deal. Now, if it does increase to the level to where it was at maybe $10,000, then I have $2 million. Now, again, the risk to reward is really good. So I'm all for positions like this to actually test out. And I will go into multiple positions to see what they can be and if they are reasonable. And the thing is, I can test it out, and you might not be able to get into it until after the year that I ended up having. And maybe the year that I end up having is more of, you know, it is kind of like a bluff in the book, right? An anomaly, right? It's not real when it comes to gains that you get every single year because it starts to update and get to a realistic APY and all of that other stuff. So, do I believe in this position? Is there a valid reason why I'm in this position? Yes. Again, the risk to reward is really good. So that's why I decide to make this move and try and turn $500 into $2 million. And you're going to see those updates as we go along. Right now, we're sitting at $1,137, which is definitely an increase, a substantial increase from where we did see. So we're going to see all of these updates. Now, I started to do these updates way after the fact. So I had some gains before, but I wanted to see what was in there and then go 365 days from that point. So obviously, you're not seeing the gains that happened beforehand. However, it does look really, really good where I'm sitting at, and hopefully it does, increase a massive amount. Because the point is about this is that you don't gain dollars in this. You're gaining the percentage or the percentage of coin, right? So you're gaining let's say you're gaining point 0.3 memory over gaining $500, because point 0.3 memory could be worth anywhere from $200 up to $10,000, right? You don't really know, where it's an endless amount. It could be $0 if it wants to. So you're just gaining the coin, not the dollars, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's my video for you guys. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. If you guys want a breakdown, I really can't speak. If you guys want a breakdown of this even more, we can definitely do that. But remember, take everything I say with a grain of salt. None of it is financial advice. As I love to quote, it's just not. I don't want to tell you what to buy. You need to make your own decision. And if you feel like the risk to reward is in your favor, then make the move for you. Don't make the move for anybody else. Don't do it because I'm doing it, because you may be getting in at a later point versus when I get in, right? I got in Jade at a later point, and other people got in, early. Maybe they got in when it was at $400 or $600, and now it's down to $60, right? And now I'm putting more into it at $6 or $60, and it just looks so much better. So thank you for subscribing. Someone subscribed here, and I appreciate it if you didn't see that on the screen. But yeah, again, turning basically $500 into $2 million is the goal. Will that happen? I don't know. Turning $500 into $800,000 is also a goal. Will that happen? I don't know. Join me on this journey over on the MP Shorts channel. I'll make sure to pin that up in the cards for you guys. If you want to join me on that journey, feel free to go over there and watch those videos. I'm going to do a daily update and let you guys know where I'm at. But anyways, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links in the description. Check out my new merch line. I think it's really good. Profitsapparel.com. Definitely check it out. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.